Okay. I think part one, that we can say that was good and it was successful. So part two, I want to touch on a few things about it, about our preparation. Our preparation when we go out. I can see that two people cannot be able to hear me. That is Bill and just okay. They have both been able to connect their audios. So that's fine. About our preparation, I think the key thing, number one, is presentation. And presentation, I do believe that all of us have had a lot being said about it. And but when you talk about presentation, you talk about how you appear. People normally say don't judge a book by its cover, but I want to say that people will always judge a book by its cover. When not judging a book by its cover when it's about something immaterial, for example, a car, a house. No, not a car or a house. An opportunity. Let me use the word an opportunity. An opportunity is the only thing you are not supposed to judge by its cover. But everything else, no one can ever sell you a car that looks wrecked and tell you don't look at the outside. This car has a very good engine, but hii body yake ni imeharibika. Most people will not be able to buy it, though people also do consider the engine. Ama watu few sana wanaweza enda kwa nyumba yenye ni chafu nje, alafu waambiwe ndani ni kusafi na ukae hapo. Most people will not be able to do that. Though the inside does matter more than the outside. But when it comes to a person, you always judge a book by its cover. How you present yourself, how you appear, that's how you're going to be judged. So that's why presentation is very important. And I just want to cover three main areas when it comes to presentation. And number one, I will start with personal grooming. Personal grooming both has an internal reason, it does something to you internally, as it also does something to the person who sees you externally. When you're groomed well, when you are well dressed and as umefanya this basic, your mind in a switchingi, in a realize by this person is serious about what they're doing today, and you are able to get at the right state of mind haraka than when you do not do personal grooming. Ni kama tu asubuhi. I think there are times I wake up early in the morning, before I even put water on my face, I even wash my face by just brushing my teeth. Usingizi inaisha kabisa. Juu akili imejua this person is serious about waking up. This person is serious about waking up. If I just wake up early in the morning and I brush my teeth, that is enough to make all usingizi iishe, kusugua tu meno, kwa sababu akili ina realize by this person is serious about today. If I wake up early in the morning and I take a shower, my mind in a click by this person is serious about today. But the days I wake up early in the morning and the first thing I do is not brush my teeth or take a shower, that morning just drags, as in I don't do a lot as much as when I do this thing. So personal grooming has the purpose of activating your mind and telling your mind or getting you in the right frame of mind. That's what I will say. Personal grooming gets you in the right frame of mind. That's number one. Number two, personal grooming makes the person who sees you to judge you well. So as we are looking forward to be going out, I want to emphasize, let us be well groomed. Let us be well groomed. For ladies, actually, you know, I before when we were starting out and we were having marketers or direct salespeople to go out with, I used to assume that all ladies are clean. By the way, I can say 80% or 70% of ladies love good grooming or have good grooming practices. But then we do have a number of 30% that we do not want to take for granted. So nilikuwa nadhaningi shida ya grooming ni ya wanaume peke yake, but nikakuja kujua by the way also when it comes to ladies we have a 30% that at times do not take grooming that seriously. So because of that and also because of us men, I just want to mention a few things so that as we are going out we will present ourselves in a good way. So most of the time when we go to these malls, we go to malls that the people who are going there are a bit at the upper middle class. So we normally go to malls like the Hub, the Junction, malls in the western side of Nairobi. What is this? It's the Westlands. See, side Eastlands. So uko unapatanga people are very choosy and people are very picky on who they speak to and who they do not speak to. And when it comes to direct sales people, how you have dressed, how you smell, how you smile, how you present yourself will determine whether a person will even take your flyer, not even listen to you, even take your flyer. So because of that, I want to emphasize that we need to have good grooming practices every time we are going out. I encourage everyone, the day we are going out, if it's possible, don't shower at night, even if you do shower at night. But unaweza wajipange, but make sure that you do take a shower and ukienda uko fresh. So hiyo ni ya muhimu. Msione nawaambia vitu basic, ni basic but nishaipata watu wamekuja na hawajaoga and they are giving out flyers and an unpleasant stench is coming from, body odor is coming from them. An unpleasant body odor is coming from them. So do take a shower, jitayarishe. Wash, and if you had bathed the previous day and you're going out today, then wash your face vizuri tu. Nishaipata watu wamekuja sales repping na macho iko na vitu, and it does happen. Brush your teeth. By this sijui mbona hizi vitu tulifunzwa class 5 but just pardon me to repeat them again, because I have ever had an experience where the people who came, some did not brush their teeth. Na hata tu ile asubuhi za zile tumekuja tumemeet tunakaa inasako kugawiana flyers, kushare our targets. Mse akiongea hata sisi tu wenye tuko hapo tuko like haiwezi endelea hivi. So do brush your teeth, do the basics. If you normally do them, continue doing them. Number 2, paka mafuta. Kuparara pia si mzuri. Kuna mtu ameoga lakini hajapaka mafuta. So paka hata fresh fry, paka hata kimbo, as in do something about how you look, but make sure that you're having good grooming practices, kwa sababu it's very important. And I'm repeating it because there are people who I had presumed it is common, but maybe personally they don't do practice them. So hata wewe kama personally uogangi, mimi sina shida. Kaa hivyo Monday usioge, kaa hivyo Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but Saturday oga. And I'm missing a shida na wewe. When it comes to brushing your teeth, Monday don't brush, Tuesday usibrush, Wednesday, but Saturday brush your teeth. Usipake mafuta Monday paka Tuesday, ruka siku, but make sure kwenye ikifika Saturday na Sunday umepaka mafuta. These things are very important and don't take them lightly. Your hair, for ladies, usikuje kama umefunga nini kitamba yenye imetoboka ama iko na shimo ama stocking. By the way, maybe you guys will be long enough kwa sales rep ndio utaona vitu hadi ushtuke. Msichana amekuja nywele inakaa imeshikana. Actually I don't know, but manzi ngangana I blow dry, afunga kitamba poa kama maybe hujaenda salon. These things do happen at times. Paka mafuta, ichane vizuri, ifunge vizuri, but just take that into caution. Mwanaume usikuje na vitu za blanketi. Unajua kuna hizi vitu za blanketi tua sako ni tu sako ama ni tu spheres, mtu amejaa nazo kwa nywele, hajachana nywele, unaweza oga na zibaki. Unajua hatujui blanketi watu wanalala nayo, hatuwezi jua, na we don't want to judge but kama ni blanketi inaweza baki kwa nywele, just chana na ukai poa. I think we are all getting the essence of this. When it comes to the shirt and the na trouser umevaa, straighten. Hata kama ni jeans, yeke inside out. Kama inaweza shika pasi, pige pasi. Kama ni kaki, inside out, shike pasi kidogo. Kama ni shati, inside out, pigisha pasi kidogo. Make sure that everything you're having inakaa poa. And finally, if you can be able to afford a perfume, pack a perfume. At least perfume pia ni mzuri, so that ukipiga kazi na sasa, unajua people sweat at different levels. By the way, usionange kusweat ni kawaida. Tuko na the same pose. I don't know if we have the same pose. Maybe a biologist atatuambia shimo za sweat. Sijui kazi zote ni same, but response ni different to heat. Kuna shimo yenye heat ikifika, huyo mtu anakuwa maji. And we cannot do anything about it. And even them, they cannot do. But they have to live with themselves. So what do? If you can get something to just hide the body odor, all of us do have a body odor. Kila mtu ako na harufu yake. And it becomes more distinct at certain times of the day, maybe when you have sweat more. So just spray yourself, kuwa fresh, kuwa poa, na uko sawa. So I think that's all on grooming, but be well groomed. Ukiweza vaa earring, manze, kaa poa. Kwanza kaa like a lady, just look nice. I think, and even if you're a man, just look nice. Look, hata mtu aseme anaweza taka kukukatia, unajua, but si ati unaenda kukatiwa, but as in just kaa tu presentable, as in, you know, you are so attractive, as in someone just wants to speak with you, someone just wants to have the conversation go to the next level with you. Na kama ni mwanaume vaa vizuri, hadi kama kuna msichana single anapita hapo anashangaa unauza nini. Msichana single anaweza nunua kitu unauza juu anashangaa, ai manze venye umevaa, you're looking nice. So anyway, we're not going to look for spouses. Hiyo ni on a light note. On a light note, by the way, ukipatikana tu unapiga vibe, unapiga lugha kwa kazi, it's not being professional. But on a light note, just kaa vizuri. I think watu kaanga vizuri sana ni watu wana vibe. Kama if you're taking a girlfriend out, people normally dress well and they look nice. So I think that's it. Acha ngangane kumaliza. I can see it's 9 and we had said the meeting will be 8 to 9. But kindly just bear with me kidogo. I finish on a few more things, then we are good to go. So grooming is good. Take care of your grooming. Number 2, take care of your emotional state or your attitude. Take care of your emotional state or your attitude. Kama unapendanga kusikia ngoma za blues and R&B. Sasa zile uko kwa gari ukikam, eka blues and R&B kwa masikio. Kuja ukisikia ka umerelax. Yani just prepare yourself to have a nice day. If you're a person who loves gospel, as you're coming, just come listening to gospel music. There's something beautiful about music that it does and just refreshes our soul. So just listen to a nice music as you're traveling, to just get in the right state, to forget everything yenye mekusumbua. Listen to an inspirational talk, as in just do what makes you happy in that morning as you're coming to work. Because when you reach there, you're required to always wear a smile. You know, a smile is like a cloth. Vanga smile, by the way. Learn how to wear a smile even when you're tired. And when you're very, very, very tired, take a break, go somewhere, sit down, refresh, then have the smile come back, then come and continue. I can tell you, with a beautiful smile worn on your face, you can accomplish more in 1 hour than with a angry face worn on your worn on your face for like 4 hours. People will avoid you. People want people who are happy. People, by the way, being happy is contagious. By the way, being happy is contagious. You can know someone who is happy, you can feel it, and you can want to interact with them more. So have a good attitude. And in case kuna kitu inakubo, get rid of it. Yeah, and if you can't, say a prayer in the morning before you go, and everything will be okay. Number 3 on presentation, apart from the attitude and being on the right state of mind, is body language. Body language. Usisimame kuna kuanga na hizi picha za watu wakipiga picha kitambo, unapata kuna mtu zilikuwa za wasichana, saa zingine wala I don't know what I'm not singly madem, I'm singly madem, but hata maboy, hata pia maboy walikuwa navaa heels na mahipster, alafu walikuwa na post kaa hivi, alafu kulikuwa na post nyingine mtu anaweza kaa ni kama mkono imevunjika akipigwa picha, and you're thinking what's happening. So body language is very important. Stand upright, don't slouch, don't have your head bowed, have your chin up, initongwa chin, I think. Have your chin up, have your shoulders held high, kuwa uko sawa. Don't lean on the walls, umesimama umelalia wall hadi umeishika unakaa hivi. Kuna mamaua at times unailalia vifani, ama umechuna maua unakula, things can happen. Or ulikunywa maziwa umekuja na straw, ama lunch uliamua kukula nyama umekuja na toothpick, umeichiu hapo. Body language and paraphernalias, actually they are called paraphernalias. Have as few paraphernalias as you can. This to vitu moja mbili tatu, usikuwe na vitu mingi sana kwa mkono, usichane chochote, usiende kupatiana flyer ukikunywa juice, ukikunywa maji. Do that, then go back to work, but have the right body language. I just want to emphasize, stand upright. You most probably stand under a shade, because you're going to work for long. If you can't, stand under a shade, and then when you approach someone, do not talk. But also don't stand a lot. When people are doing direct sales marketing, it's encouraged not to stand. Try to be walking, short walks. Always be walking. The person who walks always is more effective than the person who stands. So alafu pia, at least walking also takes care of the body language. Also walking takes care of the body language. So always be walking. Usikae hivi uangalie mtu, tembea, angalia, utoki hapo tu natembea hivi, nikipatana na mtu narudi hivi, nasimama kidogo, natembea. But uko actually sijui utapata wapi time ya kusimama. If you have the right kind of targets, because these targets are individual. There are people who come and they're saying, manze, today may have to get 100 people. Work rate ya mtu mwenye amekuja akasema I need to get 100, na mtu mwenye amekuja akisema me today just want 50. It's very different. Mtu wa 100 anakuanga ako kwa ule. Mtu mwenye amejiwekea target ya 50 anapata mmoja hapa anatulia, anapata mwingine pale anatulia, mwingine ako tu kila pahali. So try as much as possible to be walking, and then ukichoka simama kwa shade kidogo, catch your breath, kunywa maji, go back, tembea, and kila kitu itakuwa sawa. So I think that's all I have to say when it comes to body posture. So I think I've talked about presentation. So the presentation, there's the grooming aspect. I've talked about I've not talked about the sales pitch. I've talked about the body language. I've talked about having the right attitude. Let me come back also on attitude. Attitude is dependent on your goals. Have the right goals. Set goals. When you come and you do not have a goal, I can tell you that your attitude will be sloppy. All of us have seen the compensation mechanism that we do have, how we do compensate our marketers. So come having the right set of goals. Let me just check and read that for you guys. We do have the fixed appreciation, then we do have the variable appreciation. We'll talk about it more and even look at how it works, maybe tomorrow. But today I just want to say that if you look at it, uta realize that if you get 20 leads, you are going to get a total at the end of the day of 450. If you get 30 leads, you're going to get a total of 550. If you get 40 leads, you're going to get 650. 50 leads, you're going to get 800. 60 leads, you're going to get 950. 70 leads, you're going to get 1,150. 80 leads, you're going to get 1,350. 90 leads, 1,600. 100, 1,850. So kuna mtu mwenye amekuja akiamua, me today I want to get out of here with 1,850. That is 100 people. 100 people. Na kuna mtu ameamua, me today I want to get 1,000. That is 70 leads or 60 leads. So your goal yenye umeset will determine your attitude that you're going to have throughout the sales process, because it's possible to achieve this. We have been in sales people with people. I think as we just did have the right direct sales people, these people who do insurance sales marketing, they at least get 100 people every Saturday. They at least kila mtu at least 100 people. If you look at their work rate, I don't know which mall some of you will go. We do go to different malls, so sijui gani ndo mtaenda. But if you look at their work rate, hawasimamangi, ako hapa, ako pale. Hey, they pester people. In fact, as we don't want you to pester people like them. But wako tu kila pahali, and that's what gets them there. So if you want to have the right attitude in the job, have a goal for yourself. How much would you want? Actually, when you'll be meeting in that huddle before you start the sales and you're given flyers, everyone will share how much or how many people are you targeting to get out with. At least set a target for yourself. Even before you meet with others, set a target for yourself and try to achieve that target, and you'll be having the right attitude. But if you don't have a target, if you don't have a goal, you'll always be requiring someone to oversee you, someone to be inspiring you. But when you do have the right kind of target and goal, you're self-driven, your attitude iko hapo, because wewe umeenda hapo unajua, me by today I'm not getting here with less than 1,500. That's what you have agreed. Today sitoki hapa with less than 1,500. So mtu akiset goal kayo inampush, inampeleka mbele na anajua venye ataifikisha. Mwingine ameenda, mi leo sitoki hapa with less than 1,200. Na mwingine amekaa tu, me whatever I get is good enough. That's not how life is. Set a goal and it will motivate you and keep you going. Cause ukicheki hapo kwa appreciation kuna 1 to 20 leads, kuna hizo prices. I think we have done that. We will look at the calculation on how we do it so that mnaweza tuambia. But I think that's when we talk about the attitude. So I will leave about us talking on concerning the sales speech and the payment. We can do that tomorrow. I think we can let's handle the payment today. We can handle the payment today, then we can do the sales speech tomorrow, so that people can, alafu in case we have time or in case someone has a question pia anaweza uliza. So let me just do the payment today. Tomorrow I want us to do just one thing, and then we have presentations. We don't call them presentation, we call them mock. We mock zinaitwa mock up. You pretend like you're talking with someone. So we do have let me call it leads. Okay. You can see that time is also not so much on our side. Leads. Okay, sorry about that wrong approach. Let me just write leads. Then we have 1 to 20. I just want to show you how it's calculated, 20 to 40, so that everyone understands. 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 8 and above, Then we can have amount per lead. Now that's 5, that's 10, that's 15, that's 20, and that's 25. So we said that it works more like a tax system. So we can look at it. So let's assume you have, I'll just have 2 examples. Let's assume you have 74 people. Let's assume you got 74 people. This is the variable. The fix is 350. So tutaiadd hapa. If you have 74, the first 20 watalipwa hii. The next 20, when you are between 20 and 40, which are 20 people watalipwa hii. Utajaza pia bracket ya 3, which is between 40 and 60. 74 inaisha kwa hii bracket ya 4. Here 60 to 80. I hope we can all see that. So if you have 74 leads, ukikuja hapa kwa bracket ya kwanza, let's call it B1. Bracket ya kwanza, you're going to get the whole amount for the first 20 people. The first 20 people in ulipata, which will be 20 times 5. So kwa bracket 1, you're going to get 100. Bracket 2, between 20 and 40, which means you have 20 people in that bracket. So you're going to get that. So that will be 200. Bracket 3, 40 to 60, pia hapo umejaza. So you're going to have the full amount. So that will be 20 times 15. So hapo utapata, that's 300. And then bracket 4, hapo kwa 74, uko na 14 people. And there unalipwa 20 bob per person. So hapo utapata 280. So if we do the total cost ya variable, the variable amount yenye ume earn ya appreciation, that will be 100 plus 200 plus 300 plus 280. So your variable amount so far is 880. So if you add the total to the amount you're going to get plus the fare, that will be 880 plus fare and lunch, that is 350. 880 plus 350. At the end of the day, you have gotten 1,230. So that's one example of how the payment system works. So another one is, maybe let's say you have 34 people. So 34 wanaishi kwa bracket 2. So bracket 1, you're going to get the full amount, which is 20 times 5, which means you're going to get 100. And then bracket 2, you're going to get 14. 14 times 10. And there you're going to have 140. That means the total variable amount that you have, that will be 240. If we do the total will be 240 plus 350. And at the end of the day, you'll have made 590. Very few people get below 50 because we have a tested system. So maybe just a few things to note. Because our system is based on the number of leads you have, there are people who faked leads and are in the habit of faking numbers, faking emails, so that we can be able to appreciate them. So what we normally do is that the variable amount, we normally send it after the what is it called? After the sales, after the activation. Yes, after the activation. So you go for the activation, then this variable amount, we send it after the activation. Once we have called all the leads numbers and ensured that they are working. In case any lead number is not working, hatutakwambia tukulipi, tutakwambia kuna hii namba ulitupatia, ichukue pia we upige, confirm that it is the right number. So that in case hizo number, let's say out of 74, we realize that 4 numbers were false. So we will calculate for 70. Kwa sababu hapo kwa 70, unapata hapo inakuwa 200, and then that's 800 plus 350. If we do it, that's 350 plus 800, that's 1150. The reason why we also do this is so that as a salesperson, there are people who do not care how they sell them. They just want to make sure they get a number. But when you push someone too much, someone can be able to give you a wrong number, because we do have direct sales people who have never gotten a wrong number. And that's because of how they present themselves, how they present their sales speech, how they talk with the client. And ukiona mse, by the way, hayuko convinced, au mfungi hadi unika unamvunja mkono, we'll talk about techniques of how to make sure that you're able to get a number so that you're also able to meet your goals. But you are not in a place where you can put someone in a situation akudanganye, or number two, you do not create your own numbers. So once you do that, we will call them, and we are very faithful. When we call, actually, we normally have an amount, assuming tunakuanga tumeassume you wote mtapata 100. So we normally have an amount here, 100 people by the time you're doing the activation. It's just that when you give us the number, we will call them. Then once we call them, we can be able to send you the pay that we are supposed to send to you. So that's what happens when it comes to the variable amount. And we do have a contract, so that ukisha sign uko sure that us will keep our end of the deal. Because mtu anaweza kuwa like nimefanya sasa hao watu watatuma pesa ngapi. You can sign our contract. We are a registered company. Unaweza tuangalia online, we exist, tuko kwa social media. We cannot be lying. The people who lie are people who are playing shoddy games. As we exist, we have clients, we have people who we want to keep our reputations. The malls where you're going to, it's not the first time you're going to those malls. Utaona maybe kuna masoja 2-3 watasalimia mtu hapa pale, kwa sababu that's where we are. So we are very serious and we're doing genuine business. We just want to make sure that people who are lazy do not give us the wrong numbers. So I think that's all I can talk about when it comes to payment. And I can see that we have a minute. Imebakia alafu meeting ishi. So because of that, I think I can say today was an introduction. Maybe no one will get a chance to speak so that you can sleep on time. But tomorrow when we come, just write your question. Tomorrow you can be able to get a chance to ask it. Kwa sababu ya time, that's why. Kazi hii Zoom staki mrudi tena for no good reason. So because of that, let me conclude it there and then wish all of you a good night. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Aya, good night. In case of any question, tatuuliza kesho. Sawa sawa. Good night. Good night.